You killed her? Did you stab your mom? All right.
Police say he stabbed her to death while she was sleeping with her 14-day-old baby asleep in the crib next to her. Less than 40 minutes earlier, take a look. This image shows Garcia in bed holding that newborn baby.
How many pictures did you send him?
I sent him 2 of my mama and 1 of me.
What did he tell you?
Said he couldn't believe it.
This is 8th grader Derek Rosa. At around 11:30 p.m., Derek called 911 to confess something unimaginable and truly horrific for his age.
Forget what I do.
What is your address?
I don't know my address.
Are you by yourself with your mom?
Yes, no, my baby sister's here too. She's sleeping.
I need to know if your mom is breathing.
She said, miss.
Okay, and what did you do then?
There's blood all over the floor.
I need to know, do you think we can help your mom?
Miss, she said, miss.
Yes.
I took pictures and I told my friends about it. Was that bad?
You told who about it?
My friends.
Who did you send those pictures to?
My friend. I don't know his real name because he is an online friend. Play with a lot.
Where is your sister?
She's in her crib sleeping. I did not kill her.
How old is your sister?
She's only like a week old.
Okay, and you did not touch her, correct?
No, I did not touch her. I didn't want to touch my sister.
Okay, I need you to go and find me your address because I don't know where you are right now, okay?
Okay, I'll try to find a mail.
Okay, try to find a mail, please, can you?
I'll try.
His mom, Irina, was a 39-year-old postpartum mother who had given birth to Derek's half-sister just 2 weeks prior to the murder. His baby sister remained in the crib, undisturbed by this life-changing event. When police arrived, he surrendered peacefully. He was afraid that the police were going to kill him, and he was seemingly apologetic about what he had done. When law enforcement officers entered the home, they found Irina's deceased body on the ground near her daughter's crib. The baby was still asleep in the crib, unaware that her mother had been stolen from her after only 2 weeks of life, or that her older brother was the one holding the knife. Derek reportedly stabbed his mother a total of 46 times, breaking off the tip of the kitchen knife that was used in the attack. He slit her throat, cutting the carotid artery. Now, although he claims that the slicing of the artery wasn't done intentionally, his Google searches later revealed a diagram of the carotid artery, along with questions like, where is the best place to stab someone? Now, while Derek seemed to be honest from the beginning about his role in the murder, minus this one detail, there is still one secret that he's keeping. What causes a 13-year-old child to brutally murder their mother and send photos of her dead body to an online friend? The resolution of these 2 pivotal questions by the detectives is essential for granting Irina's family the closure they desperately need in the aftermath of her deeply tragic death. And hold tight, because the truth will be shocking.
How's it going, Derek? I'm Detective Gonzalez. This is Detective Elosegui. I'm just gonna go over a couple things with you first. Just for the record, today's date is Friday, October 13th, 2023, and the time is currently 2:40 a.m. And this is in regards to case, Joe, 2023?
Yeah, the case number is going to be 2023-02953, an incident that happened at 211 West 79 Place, apartment number 201.
Okay. For the record, my badge number is 1527.
And minus 958.
You go to school, right? What grade are you in?
8th grade.
8th grade? Good student? A's and stuff like that?
And B's.
What reading class are you in right now? You know? What do you take?
Obviously, language arts.
Language arts? Okay. So you can read with no problem?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna read you something first, and then you can read it afterwards. Okay.
Okay.
Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court. If you have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have a lawyer present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you desire. If you decide to answer these questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering at any time or until you talk to a lawyer. Waiver of rights. I have read the statement of my rights and I understand what my rights are. I am willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I am doing. No promise or threats have been made to me. No pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me. Okay? If there's...
Okay, this is the form right here, okay?
Okay.
Now, I want you to follow, actually to read here. Okay, read this little dot right here.
They have Derek read each of his rights out loud, one by one, in order to establish that he understands them. This also gives him the opportunity to ask any questions he has, which, as you will see, is needed. Some of the things that Derek says or asks the detectives gives us a perspective of how young he really is.
Here.
Out loud?
Yes.
Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights.
Okay, you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and initial this little dot for me. It means that you understand that. Yeah, just your initials.
I don't have initials. I just have my name.
Okay. Whatever.
What's your name?
Right here. Okay, read the second line.
You have the right to remain silent.
Okay, you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, write your name again if you understand that. Okay, read this line right here.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in court.
Okay, you understand that? Go ahead, the same procedure, just go ahead and put your initials or your signature. Go on to the next line.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have the lawyer present with you during the questioning.
Okay, you understand that? Go ahead and okay. Now right here.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning, if you so desire.
Okay. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Signature. And this right here.
If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering at any time or until you talk to a lawyer.
Okay, go ahead and initial right there. Okay, now read this whole paragraph.
I have read this statement of my rights, and I understand what my rights are. I am willing to make this statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I'm doing. No promises or threats have been made to me. No pressure or
Coercion, that's that we're forcing you to do something.
Okay.
You understand? Whatever you're doing on your own voluntarily basis, making an educated decision for yourself, okay?
Okay.
Keep on.
Coercion of any kind has been used against me.
Okay. Now, we are investigating an incident that happened, where you called police, okay? Before we ask you any questions, we want to make sure that you know this. And if you want a chance to explain yourself, the only way that we would be able to take your statement is if you agree to talk to us without the presence of an attorney. If you do, go ahead and sign right here.
What's attorney?
An attorney is someone that can represent you in legal matters. Okay?
You know what a lawyer is?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. By you signing that, you're wanting to give us a statement without the presence of a lawyer. You understand that?
Yes.
Is that your wish?
Yeah, that's my wish.
Okay.
Can you send your last name too?
Yeah.
If at any time
Although the questioning may seem redundant, it is necessary for law enforcement to take extra steps to prove that Derek fully understands his Miranda rights because he's a juvenile. If it couldn't be proven that he understood them completely before giving law enforcement any incriminating information, his defense could later argue that he didn't have the capacity to understand. The defense could also argue that any statements made by the juvenile should be excluded from the evidence if there is a Miranda rights violation.
while we're talking to you, you have any questions or something, or don't understand something, please let us know, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you want to write your name right up here?
Okay. From Eminem too.
Huh?
From Eminem too.
Yeah, everything, your full name.
Derek Steven Rosa.
What's your date of birth?
August 26, 2010.
What's your address?
I don't know my address.
Okay. What's your telephone number? You don't know it either?
The fact that Derek doesn't know his address or phone number, and he stated that he doesn't have initials, emphasizes why the circumstances require law enforcement to approach interrogating him more delicately than they would interrogate an adult.
Okay. What type of phone do you have?
An iPhone.
An iPhone? What color is it?
It's blue.
It's blue?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you lived in that apartment there?
Since I was 11, so 2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
Okay. Who lives there with you?
My mom, now my sister, because my mom had a daughter a week ago, and
Okay.
my stepdad.
What's your sister's name? Okay. And your stepfather, do you know his name?
Yes,
What's his name?
Frank Ramos.
Frank Ramos. Okay. Derek, let's start with this morning. You slept at your house last night, right?
Yeah.
Do you go back and forth between staying with your mom and your dad, or no? Or you usually just live with your mom?
It's really hard to explain. One weekend, I'm with my mom, and the other weekend, I'm with my dad. No, I'm not with my dad a whole week. Only 2 days.
Only weekends.
But not every weekend.
Where does your dad live?
Don't know.
You don't know? But is it in Miami, down here somewhere?
It's in Broward.
In Broward?
Yeah.
Okay. But last night you slept at your mom's house.
Yes.
Okay. You got up this morning and
Went on my bus, my school bus.
you went to your school bus.
Yes.
What school do you go to?
I'm at Middle High.
I'm at Middle High.
Yeah.
Okay, that's over there on 20th Street, right?
Yes.
And what grade are you in?
8th grade.
8th grade. Honor classes?
No.
No. So tell me about your day at school. Regular day at school?
Was regular. I didn't do too much work.
You didn't do too much work?
No.
Regular release day time and stuff
Yeah.
like that. How do you get there, in bus?
Yeah.
Okay. You got back
On bus.
on bus?
Yes.
Okay. And then you were home the whole day, or did you leave?
I stayed home after the school.
You stayed home after school?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into what happened tonight. Were you do you communicate with people over the phone? Were you talking? Tell me what happened tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Well, at around 10, I went to bed.
Okay.
My mom did too.
Is that your regular time?
Like,
9?
yeah.
Okay. You guys explain to me about the apartment. You have your own room?
Yes.
And your mom?
Yes, she has her own room.
She has her own room. And your sister?
She stays in the same room as my mom.
Stays in the same room with your mom. And tonight, who was all there?
Me, my mom, and my sister.
Derek has just admitted that his 2-week-old sister was in the room when he killed his mother. In some jurisdictions, this could lead to an additional charge for endangering a child.
Okay. So you went to sleep around 10?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what?
I woke up.
You killed her? Alright. What type of knife was it? Do you know?
It was just a big size kitchen knife.
That big?
Yeah.
What color was the handle?
Purple.
Purple?
Yes.
Okay. Your mom was sleeping?
Yeah, she was sleeping.
Okay. Explain to me. Well, we'll get into that a little later. What did you do after you killed her?
My stepdad he owns 2 guns. He has a Glock 19,
Okay.
and then, I don't know what it's called, another one.
Okay.
The fact that Derek had 2 guns in his possession, but instead chose to stab his mother 49 times, suggests that this could have been an act of rage, although Derek has yet to reveal the motivation behind his actions.
Where are they?
The Glock 19 is black, and then the other one has a silver slide and then like a dark bluish handle.
Okay. So, what did you do with the guns?
He always has his Glock 19 with him at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And since he's a truck driver, he wasn't at home, he was far away.
Okay.
So I went into the closet.
Mm-hmm.
I found his book bag because he goes shooting at gun ranges.
Okay.
I grabbed the gun. I put the magazine in the gun. I
Okay.
pulled back to slide, but I didn't want to shoot myself.
Okay.
I intended to shoot myself before, but I couldn't.
Okay.
It is possible that the finality of what Derek had done may have begun to set in for him. He ultimately was unable to go through with his plan of shooting himself, resorting to calling 911 and confessing. However, before calling 911, he tells an online friend something.
And then what did you do?
I decided to call my friends to tell them what happened, and then I said goodbye to my friends.
You called them before you decided to try to shoot yourself or afterwards?
After.
Okay. How many friends did you call?
Only one.
What's his name?
I don't know his real name, he's an online friend.
He's an online friend?
Yeah.
When you say online friend, what do you mean, from video games?
Yes, from video games. I know him real well.
Although Derek says that he knows his online friend quote-unquote real well, having played video games for 3 years, it is odd that he doesn't know his friend's name. Derek gives no insight about why he would take a photo of himself with blood visible on his hands, or photos of Irina's dead body, and send them to this online friend that he has nicknamed Sweden.
Okay. How long have you known him?
Since like I was 10, 3 years.
3 years? Have you ever met him?
No, I've seen the face.
You seen his face?
Yeah.
So how did you communicate with him?
My cell phone.
Through your cell phone, so you have his number.
Yes.
And you don't have him stored under a certain name, or you have him stored under a gamer tag?
I have him. I made up a name for him.
You made up a name for him?
Yeah.
What name did you make up for him?
Sweden.
Sweden?
Sweden. SWEEDEN.
Okay. How often do you talk to Sweden?
Every weekend.
Every weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. So you called Sweden. And what did you tell Sweden?
Told him what I did.
What exactly did you tell Sweden when you say what I did? Did you tell him how? Or no? How you killed her or no? Okay. Did you send them any pictures?
Yes.
How many pictures did you send them?
I sent him 2 of my mom and 1 of me.
Okay. Did you...
Derek has remained consistent in his body language throughout most of this interrogation. His posture is straight, his demeanor is calm, and he holds consistent eye contact with the detective. Now, although this suggests that he's being honest and is confident in his answers, staying still for long periods of time without moving can indicate that the person being interrogated is feeling tense.
What did he tell you?
He said he couldn't believe it.
Okay. Does Sweden live down here in Florida?
He lived real far.
Real far?
Yeah. In America, though.
In America?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you hung up the phone?
I said goodbye.
Okay. And then what did you do?
I was going to show myself, but I said I didn't want to do that. And I called 911.
Okay. And what did you tell 911? Okay. And they kept you on the phone?
Yes. Until the cops came.
Until the cops came. Do you remember what else you told the 911 operator?
My address, my name, what I was wearing.
Okay.
And my age. And my date of birth.
Were you wearing the same clothes you're wearing now?
Yeah.
There's some red stains there. Is that blood?
I think it is.
Okay.
I got a little bit of blood on my hands.
And your hands too?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever make your way to your sister?
Killing her?
No.
Touching her?
Touching her?
No.
No?
I left her alone. She was sleeping and she didn't wake up, so I didn't touch her.
Okay. All right.
Although pieces of the audio are removed, Derek motions around his neck where he stabbed his mother. He tells police that he did not purposely cut the artery. However, investigators would later discover a series of Google searches from that night that revealed that he looked up a diagram of the carotid artery, among other incriminating questions.
Let's get back to your mom. Okay, you said she was sleeping.
Yes.
Okay. Where exactly did you cut her? Okay. And you purposely went for the artery when you cut her? Okay. Was there a lot of blood after? Okay. Did you tell her anything before you stabbed her? Did you say anything? But she didn't wake up when you... She was asleep when you stabbed her.
What curse words did you say?
Okay.
Derek tells investigators that he yelled a curse word at his mother when he killed her. The word that he yelled at her is a gay slur in Spanish.
And then she woke up?
Yes.
Did you say anything else to her? Or did she say anything to you or no?
No, she just screamed.
She just screamed?
Yes.
Okay.
As Derek describes his mother's screaming, we still see no sign of emotion coming from him. There are a variety of things that can cause this response, such as an underlying mental health condition. This can also be a factor in Derek's disconnect from the severity of the situation.
Why did you stab your mom?
Can you go to the bathroom before I answer that?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Give me 1 second.
You want to take him from the...
I have patrol tape.
Although it is possible that Derek genuinely had to go to the bathroom, he could be attempting to escape the question. This theory will make even more sense when you see what happens when he returns to the interrogation room.
Yes, have patrol take him. Make sure they're 5'5" on the body cam.
Where's patrol at? Where's patrol? Down at the end of the house? Yeah, I don't have my body cam and he needs to go to the bathroom.
Here, I'll go ahead and take him.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and take him. Here, come with me.
Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, excuse me.
One thing, you said he was your online friend, right? What type of console do you have? Do you play them, or is it on the?
A couple consoles. There's an Xbox in the living room. I have a Switch in my room. I have a VR headset in my room too.
Okay. And what type of games do you play?
Mostly fighting or shooting games.
Like what? Some
Like Fortnite, Call of Duty.
Fortnite, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your gamer tag?
Pictures like Stock Tree.
What is it called?
Stock Tree
Stock Tree.
1990.
Why'd you pick that name? You just
Can you spell that for me?
Yes.
Go.
STOCK. No space. Capital T.
No space?
No space. Capital T.
Okay.
REE
Mm-hmm.
199.
Another 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
0.
Okay, so that's it. Stock Tree 1990, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna also go take you back to the. Did you call anybody else other than
No.
your friend?
Like all my friend.
Okay. Did you post anything on social media?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
No, I did not.
Okay. Do you have social media?
I have Discord.
Discord?
Yeah.
That's like a video game thing, right? What's Discord?
It's like WhatsApp.
What's that?
It's like that.
Okay.
That's Discord, DISCORD.
Yes.
Okay, and what's your username on that?
It's him. HIM.
Capital HIM?
Yeah.
Okay.
Underscore.
Underscore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Forever.
Forever? Okay, do you have Instagram?
No.
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 Do you have WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't have Facebook, right?
I have Facebook.
Okay, Facebook.
I don't use it though. I just need it for my headset.
Okay, what's your screen name on Facebook?
I think it's just my name.
Your name?
Derek Rosen.
All straight?
Yeah. And with a space in between.
No space?
A space.
Derek, D-R-I-K?
No, DEREK.
I'm sorry. Derek, space Rosa?
Yes.
Okay, but nothing in between, just a space.
Yeah, the only space.
Okay.
How old are you, Derek?
13.
And what grade is that? I forget.
8th grade.
8th grade?
Yes.
Okay. Did when the police got there, did you say anything to the police? That you
I
remember?
asked about my sister.
You asked about your sister?
They said who was in there. I said my sister.
Okay. Did you say anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. So you were about to tell me the why. Why did you kill your mother? Do you know?
Do I have to say it now?
Yeah, get it off your chest. Absolutely.
I can only
Derek has been forthcoming with detectives about everything throughout the entire interrogation, but again avoids answering the question of why he committed the murder.
struggle here.
Okay, at this point, you want a lawyer?
Maybe not.
We can't. No, listen. Just so you understand, okay? You have mentioned or asked us, should you wait for a lawyer? We're not here to advise you on whether to talk to a lawyer or not. That decision is yours, okay? But if you are requesting a lawyer at this point, we can't interview you any further. You understand? We have to stop the interview.
Okay.
Do you want us to stop the interview?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then this interview will end right now?
It is 3:05 a.m.
Okay. Thank you.
Despite being willing to answer all other questions that the detectives had, Derek appears nervous, suddenly shutting down his cooperation and ending the interview when pushed to disclose his reason why. It is worth noting that Derek has been able to calmly confess to a murder, give details about the weapon, recount his mother screaming, amongst other details that may be distressing to relieve, and yet up until this point he has shown very little hesitancy in telling the investigators what happened. Derek did not attend his first hearing, where he was charged as an adult with first-degree murder. His family pleaded not guilty on his behalf, begging the judge to release him to the family on house arrest. He did attend the second hearing, where his attorney, Jose Baez, asked that he be transferred back to juvenile. Jose Baez is a high-profile defense attorney who is most known for defending both Casey Anthony and Aaron Hernandez. This request was denied, and the judge ruled that Derek would be tried as an adult, which devastated his family, who are supporting him despite the horrific events that have taken place. The family does not feel like it's fair to charge him as an adult, highlighting that he was barely even 13 at the time of the murder, and that he still plays with Legos. Allegedly, the entire murder was caught on video, which is where the released photos were taken from. Through Derek's admission, and in the photos, we can see that his mother was in bed when he began attacking her. However, her body was found on the ground near the crib. This may mean a couple of different things. It is possible that she fell onto the floor during the attack, or, tragically, she potentially spent her last moments in fight or flight mode rushing to protect her baby. There are still no solid answers as to what caused these tragic events to unfold, but it is still an ongoing case, and we can only hope that more details will come to light at trial. A tentative date is scheduled for February 26, 2024.